Listen up, partners. This is Good, Bad, Ugly on World Improv Network.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Alex.
I am David.
Oh, David. And you are?
I'm Dave.
Oh, man, we got two Daves in the studio, and we are your astute win counselors to get you through the week with any problems, any issues you want us to resolve for you whatsoever. And we're going to get to our first winner. Our first winner is John from Toronto, Canada, and he writes, Dear Win, with the first U.S. presidential debate coming up, why don't U.S. citizens demand for more political choices than just two default candidates who are suspect at best? Man, he put the stake in the ground, didn't he? Two candidates, suspect at best, and they're going to be on the air tomorrow. What do you think about that, Dave and Dave?
Yeah, there's just nothing, we don't have anybody to choose from right now, which is, unfortunate.
Alice Cooper. They just didn't allow him on stage. He's running for president.
Well, so we have the write-ins, but
Right.
those are never legitimate. Those are always kind of a joke.
Yeah.
So I think maybe what needs to be started is somebody comes in with like two legitimate write-ins that everybody, in addition to the two candidates that we actually are being sponsored.
There's a rumor out there. We heard this on Windworld Local News that Michelle Obama and George W. Bush might be running for the Unitarian Party.
Serious.
I think a lot of people would probably, just Michelle would probably vote for her. In a
I think they would win.
know?
They would win it hands down.
She's well spoken.
Yeah. Who's Mike Pence when you know George W. Bush is vice president, or who's Michelle Obama? I mean, come on, that's just like slam dunk, right?
Yep.
Dave, number two.
I think we should have a walk-on spot.
That's cool.
Like actors,
Right.
that aren't getting work. How
Huh?
about Michelle Pfeiffer?
That'd be.
She could just walk on and
What about
run
Kevin?
for president.
What about Kevin Spacey? I mean,
What
he
about
plays
Kevin Bacon?
Kevin Bacon.
See,
yeah.
and both Pfeiffer and Bacon would definitely appeal to the older crowd in both ways.
Right.
Pfeiffer was hot back in the day.
How about a Pfeiffer Bacon ticket?
You know what? I will vote for Wigglytuff. That's who should be president. Wigglytuff, because he's fair, he's strong, and he's cute. Wigglytuff for president. All right, well, let's move on to our next one. That's Vicky from Kansas City, Missouri, and Vicky writes, Dear Win, with the alarming increase of drug addiction and crime, do you think we should have an annual cleansing of scumbag drug dealers like the movie The Purge, or what? Man, another, really straight to the point question. Should we have a purge, Kevin? I mean, of scumbag drug dealers, heroin, meth. I don't know.
I'm gonna back away from. I don't think that's necessary. It could just be a lot, And even if you didn't take part in it, you'd have to see it, and you could never unsee that type of thing. I think we should go towards a different movie and do like Escape from New York type thing.
Okay.
Starring Kurt Russell, the greatest movie star of all time. And basically, New York is sinking. We know this, right?
Right.
New York's Miami too.
Right.
They're both sinking. So
Mhm.
we just cut them off from the mainland.
Right.
Yeah, I guess New York is technically already cut
Island
off from the
anyway, kind of,
mainland.
yeah.
It is the island of Manhattan.
Right.
Right. We put big walls around it.
Okay.
We can get Trump for that.
Right.
And then we just send them all there, and we just let them do what they got to do.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Let them fend for themselves. They can have their own justice.
And then eventually, the president's daughter will be captured by someone on the island, and we'll have to send Kurt Russell in.
That's a great idea.
And that's just good TV.
You know what? I'm going to go with the Purge, though, but here's how we're going to do the Purge. We're going to make money on this deal. We're going to have pay-per-view every year. So this year it'd be Slaughterfest 2016 live from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. And it costs you $99 to watch it on pay-per-view. Look how many hundreds of millions, maybe billions of dollars that we would watch. And the audience gets to vote in, like an American Idol, how they die. Oh, guillotine. Oh, they get hung. Oh, they get drawn quarter with 4 horses, whatever. And then we could raise so much capital, and we use that money towards rehabilitation programs and to build that huge wall that's going to cost some money to put around New York
There's a light
Island.
at the end of the tunnel.
There is a light.
It's all about rehab, really.
Absolutely.
It's a bunch of senseless bloodshed for rehabilitation.
Some people's trash are other people's treasures.
I like it.
Yeah. What do you think about you, Jensen?
I think we need a higher view on this. And back in the day, there was a movie called Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
Okay.
Okay.
So I think instead of a purge, we should just put all these people that have made not healthy choices up on beds and have them fly around the world and see what they're doing.
Like without licenses and see if they crash and hit each other, or what are you thinking? Like no FAA regulated flights of beds?
Well, there'd be a free day where only beds could fly around.
Oh, okay. Which would be the same as the Purge Day. One day a year, right? They just fly around for free.
August 13th is National Bedknobs and Broomsticks Day.
It's a good idea. And then the beds go really high up. So if you know how to control this thing, I mean, you're falling out of the sky at 37,000 feet or something.
They're a hover bed.
Oh.
By Sealy.
The Hoverbed by Sealy.
The Hoverbed by Sealy to solve the heroin and meth problem that's growing in the United States. All right, let's move on to Sarah from Newport Beach, California. She writes, Dear Win, what TV show would you give an Emmy to and why? What TV show would you give an Emmy to and why? What do you think, Danny?
Ooh, yeah. Obviously the one that, I agree with the Emmy Awards that went out pretty well. I would probably Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, without a doubt.
Oh God, I love that show.
A great show. I would give one to
Yeah.
South Park too.
Oh God, topical.
Well,
It's a topical show.
Not only topical, it's just flat out quality and it's positive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's very positive for today's society.
I
you
leave
know?
with a smile on my face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every time I leave. Yeah. Who's your favorite character on South Park, by the way, Danny?
On South Park?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I'd have to. I would say Mr. Garrison. Just given his evolution over the I think 14 seasons. I don't know, a lot of seasons. He's 20 seasons.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Over the 20 seasons, he's evolved a lot, and now look at him. He's like a behemoth. That's fantastic.
Yeah, he's awesome. Mr. Garrison's good. Jimbo, what do you think over there?
I would give an Emmy to the news.
To the news.
CNN, Fox News, MSNBC.
Okay.
I would give an Emmy to them for best drama
Yes.
series or because they're all lies.
Right. Best script writers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best screenplay.
Best
Yeah.
screenplay.
Most annoying pundit.
And not only that, but they do it so quick on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So I mean, that takes a lot of creativity.
Well, I mean, they just mine the same BS for 3 days in a row.
And that
And
alone
then
should
shove it down your throat until you're sick of it and can't take it anymore. And then you regurgitate their lies like a baby that's eaten too much. And you need to be burped. But you know what? The Statue of Liberty isn't going to come over and burp you. No, you're stuck with their lies and feces about where our country is headed in your gut. And now it's part of you, and you believe it.
Now that is worthy of an Emmy. Matter of fact, that speech right there itself might be one of the greatest speeches I've ever heard in my life, Jimbo. Yeah.
You're just regurgitating their
Just like
lies,
that.
Alex.
Oh, God. I feel much better, though.
Yeah, you got
Much-
to get that out of you.
Much
Yeah.
better. And I appreciate, Jim, you just taking the weight of the world off of all our shoulders by telling the truth.
You're welcome, everybody. I'm a truth teller.
Yes, you are. We're going to move on to Josh from Missoula, Montana. And Josh writes, Dear Win, with all the weird weather, do you think there will be an early winter this year? And if so, what would you recommend to do to prepare? Well, I got an answer right there. The winter is coming. I would say right away, the first thing you need to do, you need to stock up on dragon glass and Valerian steel so you can take down the White Walkers. Because when they come ripping through Montana, they're only a half a step away from Colorado where we sit. And I don't feel like dying. I don't think we have enough time for Trump to get elected and build a wall to protect Colorado specifically. So get your dragon glass and make sure to get your Valerian steel. What do you think, Jimbo?
I don't think winter actually exists. I think this is just another BS ploy from the news media to make you worry about what's going on in the world. There are no more seasons. There's one, and it's called hot. And soon it's going to be called covered in water because there are no more polar ice caps, people.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So it's going from hot to hotter and then all of a sudden just a massive flood.
Yeah. If you want to prepare, go buy a raft
That's a good
and
idea.
have a wheelbarrow.
What about an ark?
I mean, that's big. If they can get one inflatable, go for it.
Okay. That's a good idea. I like that. Damn, Jim. What do you think, Dave?
Yeah, that's actually a really good point because you think about all the evil icons that have been created out of the whole winter theme, like Santa Claus
Uh-huh.
and Jack Frost. All complete crap.
That-
All complete crap.
We-
To frighten children.
That's it.
Mhm.
To frighten children to
Mhm.
go to bed and be obedient, and to basically
Believe the lies.
to underdeliver promises. You know how bad Christmas is.
Right.
Santa Claus, you're waiting for some fat dude to come down a chimney.
You
and
couldn't
give
even
you,
fit down the chimney
and
if
you've
you
been
wanted
good
to.
all
Yeah.
year, and you don't get what you want. That's crazy.
Yeah. Two
That's
things.
crazy.
He can't come down the chimney because he can't rappel. He's not trained in it. B, he's too fat to fit in most chimneys.
Yeah, he's pretty. Yeah,
It's a lie.
he's your standard incompetent, fat,
Yeah.
corporate American slob.
Okay. I like that. We're going to get one real quick one in here. Todd from Providence, Rhode Island writes, Dear Win, heads or tails, and why? Jimbo.
Tails. Jimmy loves that ass.
Okay. What do you think, Kev? Heads or tails?
Tails every time. Always wanted a tail. It would be sweet.
That's right. Tails for me, too. You know why?
Why?
Because when I jump up and down, I always land on my tail.
Okay.
We got one more little piece of inspiration to get you the rest of the week, known as Horoscope Corner.
Love, fortune, status. Let us do your astrological chart. Horoscope Corner on World Improv Network.
Oh, holy crap, Ophiuchus. This one's for you because now you exist. Oh, but you won't exist for long unless you go to the World Improv Network Facebook page. Leave us a like over there. Check us out on YouTube, the World Improv Network channel. We got some videos there. Subscribe to the channel, like some videos, check out the old shows. Check us out on Twitter at World Improv Net. You can send us suggestions. We'll use them on the show. And you can check us out check out the podcast for the show. That's on Google Play and the iTunes Store. It's World Improv Network. Subscribe, download, leave some reviews, leave some stars. That helps us. And you can always check us out live every Sunday night, AM 1340, Mile High Sports Radio, simulcast on 104.7. Out.
Thanks for listening to Win on Mile High Sports Radio. Don't forget to be a winner and interact with the cast by sending your suggestions or questions for each show segment throughout the week by hitting them up on Facebook at World Improv Network, on Twitter at World Improv Net, or by calling into the Mile High Sports Radio studio line on Sundays before or during the show. See you next week.